In this video, we are going to be continuing with rationalization of surds. Now, what I intend to do is to teach you how to rationalize when you have either a sum or difference of surd as the denominator. Now, let's take an example. Alright, so we have this question: rationalize 3 all over 2 plus root 5. Now, let's solve this. Now remember, there is a surd in the denominator. That's why we are rationalizing in the first place. So we have 3 all over 2 plus root 5. Now from the last video, remember, when we are rationalizing, we multiply by a division of the denominator, both top and bottom. But in this case, before we do that, we need to change the sign. Now the sign here is plus, so we change it to minus. If it's minus, we change it to plus. So look at this. We are going to be multiplying by 2 minus root 5 all over 2 minus root 5. Do you understand? So because we have plus here, we change it to minus. And we do that for top and bottom. Does that make sense? So can we multiply? Alright, to make this very clear, I'm going to introduce bracket so that you won't make mistake while you are multiplying. So we can have equals to 3 into brackets 2 minus root 5. Now you know this is correct because bracket is the same thing as times. When you have bracket, it's like you're having multiplication. And so I'll have all over 2 plus root 5. I'll put this in bracket into bracket 2 minus root 5. I hope you understand. Alright, so can we open this bracket? So this will be 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I have 3 times minus root 5. That will give me minus 3 root 5. Do you understand? All over. Now to make things easier, I'm going to try to expand the denominator. So I'll be having 2 into bracket everything here. So 2 minus root 5. Then we are going to take the second one, plus root 5 into bracket everything here. 2 minus root 5. Do you understand? So we are going to be having equals to 6 minus 3 root 5 all over. Let's open the bracket now. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times minus root 5, that will give us minus 2 root 5. I hope you understand. Then we have plus root 5 times 2. That will be plus 2 root 5. Then we have plus root 5 times minus root 5. Plus times minus is minus. Root 5 times root 5 is like root 25. Let me extend this division sign. Do you understand? So we are going to be having 6 minus 3 root 5 all over. Now minus 2 root 5 plus 2 root 5 will give us 0. So this can cancel out. It's like minus 5 plus 5. It will give us 0. Minus 25 plus 25. 0. Minus 7x plus 7x. 0. Do you understand? So we are left with 4 minus root 25 is 5. So we have 4 minus 5. Do you understand? Now let me do the remaining by the side here. So we'll be having equals to 6 minus 3 root 5 all over. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. So we have 6 minus 3 root 5 all over minus 1. Alright, so the fastest way to do this is just to change the sign of what I have up. So the sign of 6 here is plus, so I change it to minus. The sign of 3 root 5 here is minus, I change it to plus. The reason for that is because I'm dividing by minus 1. Does that make sense? So my answer is minus 6 plus 3 root 5. Do you understand? Let's take one more example. So we have this question: rationalize 3 root 2 all over 5 minus 2 root 7. Now let's do this. 3 root 2 all over 5 minus 2 root 7. Now remember, we multiply by the fraction of the denominator, but before we do that, The sign here is minus, we change it to plus. So we have times 5 plus 2 root 7. Can you see? All over 5 plus 2 root 7. Do you understand? Alright, so remember, to make things clearer, we introduce brackets. So we have 3 root 2 into bracket 5 plus 2 root 7 all over 5 minus 2 root 7. Then we have 5 plus 2 root 7. I hope you understand. Now let's open the bracket of the numerator. So we have 3 root 2 times 5. So it's like 3 times 5 is 15. So we have 15 root 2. Then we have 3 root 2 times plus 2 root 7. 3 times 2 is 6. So we have plus 6 root 2 times 7. Do you understand? All over. Now we need to expand this bracket. Now remember 5, the first number here. So we have 5 into brackets, all of this. 5 plus 2 root 7. Then we take the second one, minus 2 root 7. Don't omit the sign. Into brackets, all of this. So we have 5 plus 2 root 7. Do you understand? Now let me change the color here so it doesn't look kind of monotonous. So let's have this. So we have equals to 15 root 2 plus 6. 2 times 7 is 14. So we have root 14 all over. Now we have 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Then we have 5 times plus 2 root 7. That will give us plus 10 root 7. Then we have minus 2 root 7 times 5. That will give us minus 2 times 5 is 10. So we have 10 root 7. Then we have minus 2 root 7 times plus 2 root 7. First, the sign. Minus times plus is minus. 2 times 2 is 4. Then we have root 7 times 7. That will give us 49. Do you understand? So it means that we have equals to 15 root 2 plus 6 root 14 all over 25 plus 10 root 7 minus 10 root 7. They will cancel out because they are of different sign and they are the exact thing. So we are left with minus 4. Root 49 is 7 because 7 times 7 is 49. So we have 4 times 7. Do you understand? So if we do the remaining by the side here, so we are going to be having equals to 15 root 2 plus 6 root 14 all over 25 minus 4 times 7 is what? 4 times 7 is 28. So we have minus 28. Do you understand? So we are left with equals to 15 root 2 plus 6 root 14 all over 25 minus 28 is minus 3. Do you understand? Alright, so now there is still one thing we can do. Instead of stopping here, we can still go a step further because we can see that 3 can go in both 15 and 6. So we can kind of factorize. So if I bring out 3, I'll be left with 5 root 2. I hope you know how to factorize. 3 times 5 root 2 will give me 15 root 2 plus 2 root 14. Do you understand? So all over minus 3. So 3 here 1, 3 here 1. So let me rub up this side. So we are left with 5 root 2 plus 2 root 14 all over minus 1. Now remember what I did in the last question. Because we have minus 1 here, we change the sign of what we have up. So this plus 5 root 2, it becomes minus 5 root 2. This plus 2 root 14, it becomes minus 2 root 14. And this here is our answer. I hope you understand perfectly. So don't forget, when you are rationalizing and you have the sum of differences of surd at the denominator, you change the sign before multiplying. Does that make sense? And when you are solving maths, you just go step by step by step, and you continue to simplify till you get to a place where you can no longer simplify. Does that make sense?